The serialized arc is gone, as are the Chaos Emeralds. This is a Sonic property after all, Chaos Emeralds don't exist, and you cannot convince me otherwise. Let's get on with the episode, called Babysitter Jitters. Oh no, are they gonna turn to babies again? We begin with Scratch and Grinder trying to destroy a dam. That is until Scratch screws up and gets this sticky gum-like substance all over both of them. Good going! Robotnik mistakes their situation as them giving a signal to detonate the bomb that Grinder placed. So the dam goes boom. The local valley gets washed away, though not before a pilot is able to send an SOS signal. Sonic, meanwhile, is having his shoes shined during the whole affair. And pays him what, a quarter? Cheapskate. Tails comes by to point out the SOS signal, so Sonic runs over to check up on things. Sonic seals the dam instantly, and blue tornadoes the water back behind the dam? Don't ask. Oh no, it's one of these episodes. It was quick, but I saw it. Grounder has his disgusting human hands. Crush them! Robotnik curses Sonic for obvious reasons and storms off. Back to Sonic, one of the locals named Cleaver Beaver decides to throw a party for Sonic and Tails. Then remembers he needs to watch his 3 kids, but the power of Chili Dog impels Tails to watch the kids instead, and signs Sonic up for it against his will. Perfect! Sonic chews Tails out over this later, with Sonic showing his horny side again. I hate this. I'm so glad this part of his character was dropped later on. They go to check up on the baby beavers, with them sound asleep. If you don't already know how the episode would go from here, I envy you. Of course they wake up and start crying and throwing tantrums. Now, normal baby stuff. Add to that needing food, baby formula, and a diaper change. Yeah, Sonic isn't having it. Sonic doesn't raise kids, he leaves them behind. Scratch and Grinder are forced to walk back to Robotnik's fortress, moaning about the cruel treatment. That is until they hear Sonic from outside. Sonic has had it with the baby shenanigans and throws them all in baby jail. I don't think this counts as an entrapment scene, which the last episode had, by the way, and I'm sorry for missing it. It lasts about as long as the typical entrapment scene, though, with the babies eating through the jail because, you know, they're beavers. Their father's name is literally Cleaver Beaver, remember? Scratch and Grinder watch all this from outside and come up with a plan. While that happens, Sonic is still barely keeping up with the babies. After one too many disasters, Sonic decides to go outside and walk them as if he was walking a pet dog. Not that they seem to really mind, they just eat up all the trees around. Next we see Scratch wearing more disguises to try to con Sonic. Have these disguises ever worked on Sonic? Genuine question, I can't remember. Well, I get my answer right now. Yeah, he actually falls for it. Because Scratch is dressed as a woman and Sonic is horny, I really hate this version of Sonic. I cannot stress that enough. Grinder sneaks up and steals the babies while Sonic is trying to save Scratch. Until he doesn't. Scratch gets steamrolled. We've seen this 100 times. Don't worry, he's fine. They both escape before they notice anything with the babies. With Scratch and Grinder making sure the Sonic and Tails notice. Good on them! Sonic and Tails race off to Robotnik's fortress. Scratch meanwhile calls Dr. Robotnik, which on top of everything else, he is also an incredible singer. I love Robotnik more and more with each passing episode. They tell him about the beavers, which leaves Robotnik impressed, which is great, but the babies broke into a room with an active bomb and are hitting and biting it. How are they still alive? Scratch and Grinder stop them, but then they're dropped onto the road below with a bomb. It was nice knowing them. Sometime later they fly back in through the bomb hatch, which the babies never closed. The babies are now piloting the ship instead, with all the shenanigans you would expect from that. And welcome back to Statue Watch. We got 2 statues this time. The first one is just a generic statue. I'm using 43-1 as a comparison shot. And the reason I did that is because in the same episode, 43-5 is a very good comparison to the other one in this episode, 52-2. They're both very similar in their tone. They're both very similar in how the mouth looks, whatever is happening to the nose. The mustache is different, and the fist doesn't really look like a fist this time, where it definitely did in 43-5. It looks more like you're just holding the fingers out. Also, the belly button's just gone. I'm not really sure what happened there. But yeah, that's it this time. Back to the episode. The babies crash land the blimp in Robotnik's fortress, ejecting the robots in the process. They're both destroyed again, as the babies go on saying that Sonic taught them about seatbelt safety. Really? Sonic did? And he didn't go over something like property damage? These babies really are under Sonic's influence. They'll be master criminals by age 10. They also weren't taught about respecting your elders or abusing people, but that's a given. Robotnik finally manages to capture the babies as Sonic arrives at the fortress. Robotnik and Sonic meet face to face, with Robotnik hanging the babies over a trapdoor. Sonic presumes that it's intended to trap Sonic instead, but no. He just hates the babies and wants the little devils out of his fortress. It goes without saying how much I love Robotnik at this point, right? Sonic is insane and tries to save the babies, but wait, did Robotnik keep a brain cell from the last episode? He just stopped a projection of the babies and hit the real ones, leaving Sonic to jump to his doom. Tails thinks he outsmarted Robotnik by flying them out, but then Robotnik seals the trapdoor. Smart Robotnik is the best. Unfortunately though, he didn't account for the beaver babies gnawing out of their trap again. So Robotnik goes off to flood Beaverville a second time with the babies unattended. The beavers, being the master criminals in training that they are, help their criminal overlord Sonic escape by melting the trapdoor. So with everyone free now, they all run to stop his plot. When they catch up, Robotnik Robotnik electrocutes Sonic for being a nuisance. This prevents him from spinning to a ball, somehow. The babies crawl into a hole Sonic made before being electrocuted, harassing the three heroes. Enough is enough with Robotnik, Ginko escaping the demon babies.
Please keep these little demons away from me!
Okay, I swear the demon line was a coincidence, but I'm glad to be on the same wavelength as Robotnik. Sonic Tails knows Cleaver Beaver is coming back home, so they rush the babies back home to clean the house. The episode ends with the chili dog party, with Sonic lying and saying that he has a natural talent for watching the little babies. His lie bites him back though, as Cleaver instantly tosses the job of watching them over the weekend to Sonic, before he and his wife have a nervous breakdown. Show's words, not mine. The Sonic says is about babysitting, which, okay, yeah, fair enough. As for the episode, yeah, it's a dud, but it's not the worst one by any means. I'd rank it around the other baby episode, maybe a little worse. The comedy isn't really there for most of it, the animation quality is abysmal even by this show standards. Though Robotnik wasn't an idiot, I can respect that much. Until next time, take care, stay safe, and have a good one. Bye-bye!